Last year, stock prices rose to levels that are completely and utterly absurd. Considering the economy was and still down, unemployment was at an all-time high. It's puzzling to see the stock market just flying and investors diving in. Many think that we're currently in the largest stock market bubble in the entire history of our nation. Of course, this bubble will end in a way that all other stock market bubbles eventually end, with the bubble bursting. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was down 725 points. That represented the worst day for the index since October of 2020. Sure, one bad day is not a crisis. Even though many individual stocks have already plunged into a bear market territory, we have a long way to go before we start using the word crash. In fact, I don't think anyone should even consider the word crash until the Dow drops below 30,000. The Delta variant is a huge factor, though it's a bit of an overreaction when you have a market that's at all-time highs. We've had this unbelievable bull market, not much of a pullback, but obviously any kind of bad news could hurt the markets at this point. I don't necessarily think it's right for investors to pull back because of the variant for any reason. I just think it could be the other way around. The market is down, the economy is down. That's a good time to invest. Listen, I'm not the stock market. The market doesn't always agree with me, and I don't always have it right. According to CNBC, the number of newly confirmed COVID cases per week has more than doubled over the last 30 days. The US is averaging nearly 26,000 new cases a day. And that was last month, we had 11,000 cases a day. So obviously the numbers are going up. The market has had a little bit of a pullback, but we really haven't seen the effects of this virus on the economy, or at least the stock market, the way most people did. For example, one Morgan Stanley strategist believes that we could eventually see a correction of 10 or 20%. Morgan Stanley chief US equity strategist Mike Wilson said that the market appears ready to take on a defensive character as we're experiencing a meaningful deceleration in earnings and economic growth. Actually, if that's the worst that'll happen, that would be quite fortunate. 10 to 20% is not that much of a pullback. Zero Hedge has also pointed out that Goldman Sachs has been aggressively selling off billions worth of stocks recently. What is even more remarkable is just how much Goldman has harvested so far in 2020, as shown below. Having started with a $20 billion equity portfolio, which has grown by over $5 billion with the market prices, Goldman dumped a whopping $5.5 billion of these equity assets over the last 60 days. This is not normal for Goldman Sachs. In fact, you have to go all the way back to the financial crisis of 2008 to find another time when they actually dumped that much stock. Last time Goldman was aggressively selling into a supportive market, you have to go all the way back to 2007, 2008, when Goldman was busy creating the very CDOs, which its prop desk would then aggressively short. We all remember how prophetic that particular move turned out to be. They were well ahead of it. So it's interesting to say the least that they're doing this sell-off. They know something's up and they're trying to protect themselves. I don't love to speculate. What I like doing is prepare for the worst and do that by making sure that I have the basic fundamentals in my portfolio, which means fundamentals of diversification, investing in stocks and ETFs, real estate, businesses, crypto, gold, being diversified. So if you have that 10 to 20% pullback, you have some other assets that hopefully go up to protect you. So don't panic. Look at your options. Obviously we invest in gold. We love gold. So if you want to learn about that and how that can hedge against inflation, give us a call. Noble Gold Investments. The phone number here is 877-646-5347. If you're interested in investing in precious metals and you want to talk to a no-hassle representative that has experience in physical metal, give us a call. Phone number is 877-646-5347. Our phone lines are always open and we're happy to answer any of your questions.